good way to rip a man out of his shit and get your shit back. A lot of your shit.
I expect to be awed by your dizzying mercantile sense, boss.
I love having companions to take all of stuff you don't need or want. Alright, there's that. Now I can go to what's-her-face, turn him in, even though he's dead, and get a reward from that. I think I get the M1 grand from it. Which is called this machine in the game. Which is a pretty good rifle. I rather like it.
You're back. That may be the worst kept secret on the base. I'd be more surprised if you had proof he wasn't involved in criminal activity. But if you have proof, you're the envy of every MP stationed here. What'd you find?
I hacked this computer.
Little bastard. I'm sure some of those find their way into the hands of our enemies, too. Alright, thanks for telling me. I'm gonna have him rounded up. Pretty impressive work there.
He's fucking dead,
keep
though.
You around. But for helping me nail this guy, I think you should have a little keepsake.
Yes, oh
Here,
right, it is the
it's
rifle.
not contraband, but I confiscated it from Contreras last week. Because he was being smarmy and I was sick of his bullshit.
Woo! I got the rifle. This machine. Yep, I got it.
Not the kind of things you like to see go missing. No witnesses yet. I've got my money on Sergeant Contreras, who's supposed to be in charge of distribution, the little weasel. But he's too slick to let anyone catch him doing it. We've searched his possessions a dozen times. Nothing.
And there's the end of that story. Alright, I'm kind of sidetracked at the moment.
Good. The more guns you can recover, the more I'll be able to use to shoot Contreras for being inept.
Who's missing?
Well, there's Anders. He's a ranger. That one's not suspicious so much as worrisome. He left on a dangerous assignment. Colonel Shu sent him out. Now I think he feels guilty not having any way to check up on him. I don't know him very well myself. I seem to remember that he was the man to call on if you needed someone to get in and get out quietly.
That's what she said.
Colonel Shu would really be the person to talk to. Yeah, so far this has gone exactly as expected. Poorly. But with the work you've done for NCR already, you might be just what I've been looking for. We captured an honest-to-God centurion of Caesar's Legion recently.
Oh.
Better believe it. Everybody in Caesar's Legion from Caesar on down will kill themselves before they can be captured. They're so twitchy they'd probably do it if you reached out to hug them. But here's this guy, who's an elite commander in their army, and he just gives himself up, even as his men are slitting their own throats around him. Well, I don't know about you, but to me, that sounds like a man who's willing to cooperate.
Really?
Except he hasn't.
Oh,
Only
no.
times he speaks up are to insult you. He's a real prick, by the way. And I'm supposed to get information out of this guy. I like the way you think. Have I said that yet?
Nope.
Problem is that the NCR frowns on using that sort of tactic. There's some restrictions still in place from President Tandy's administration. But here's my favorite thing about you. You're not in the NCR. Plus, for all this guy knows, you're completely insane. That's a winning combination. I think if you rough him up enough and really put some fear into him, he'll sing like a choir boy. So let's do this. When you're ready, I'll go in and give you a little intro. Then I leave the room and you make him regret the day he was born. We go back and forth a couple times until either he talks or he can't move his jaw anymore. Either way, we've had our entertainment for the day.
Let's start it. Manage to do events, prisoner of war.
That's the spirit. Okay, I'll go in and have a word with him. Then I'll call you in. Long time no see, silus.
Silus?
Lieutenant, I was just thinking about you.
That's so.
I was just thinking about that pretty neck of yours.
How
Ooh.
sweet.
I was thinking about how it would look with a Legion slave collar on it.
I'll pass.
Do you know what I love about our slave collars, Lieutenant?
If you love them, maybe you should try one on.
I love how tightly they fit.
Okay, does anyone else
I
notice
train
this?
my men to make sure the slave's flesh bulges a bit around the top and bottom. You know why?
It's kinky.
It's all the rage in fashion circles.
Not quite. If you fit it just right, their body never gets used to the feeling of wearing it. It cuts in just enough when they swallow or turn their head to remind them who they belong to. And it's that constant reminder that keeps them docile.
In that case, maybe you'd better save the collar you were going to give me.
Oh? For whom?
For a friend of mine you're about to meet. My friend isn't very docile.
And who is this friend of yours?
You know all the rules the NCR instituted to protect family prisoners of war?
Of course.
My friend doesn't. Oh, and silus? If you resist at all, I'll personally blow your brains out. Come on in, he's all yours. I'll be back in a bit to see how you're getting along. And I'll need you to surrender your weapons before you go in. You can pick them up from the locker on your way out.
God damn, I got hair in my mouth.
What an ugly little worm you are. What pile of excrement did the lieutenant pluck you from, worm? I must admit that a conversation with an imbecile may be far worse than the kind of torture I was anticipating. But somehow I think I'll manage. Of course, of course. All you had to do was ask. I'll tell you everything I know. Let's see. I know that you're a brainless cretin. I know that you're wasting your time. I know the lieutenant is going to be disappointed in you. And And I know that by this time next month, the streets of New Vegas will be decorated with the decaying heads of NCR soldiers.
What?
Is there anything else you wanted to know?
I guess I don't. Yeah.
I can take any.
I've been doing this longer than you,
Alright,
pal.
stop for a sec. Whoa, easy there. You're supposed to rough him up a little, not kill him. Why don't you step outside a minute? Let off some steam. Nice job. I think my friend doesn't like you, silus. I don't know how much longer I can keep her under control.
You think this will make me talk? A beating? This is the best you can do?
Not just any beating, silus. A savage beating. A beating that you'll be reminded of every time you feel pain from now on. When my friend's done with you, you won't have any of your teeth left. You'll be drinking your food through a straw.
Awesome.
Your ribs will never heal properly, and it will hurt every time you breathe. It'll be like your collars, silus. Impossible to forget.
Go to hell.
Huh. Not the sort of wit I've come to expect from you, silus.
You're getting nothing from me.
I'm getting entertainment. That's something. So what's it gonna be? Are you gonna spill your guts to me? Or am I gonna let my friend the maniac back in here for some playtime? Silus. Silent treatment, huh? Have it your way. Come on back in. I think he misses you.
Wicked.
Oh, and let me check you for weapons one more time. For your safety as well as his.
Why would I need safety? What?
You hit like a bedridden old woman.
What?
It'll take more than that to get me to talk, worm. Over here! Ah!
Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Okay, so where's what's her face then?
Let's finish this up, then we can talk.
Okay, so that's it then? There's go in and pop him in the face somewhere.
Ugh.
Let's finish this up, then we can talk.
Had enough!
Okay, I guess we're doing this. I've been doing this longer than you, pal. Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Had enough! You like that? Had enough!
Okay, I guess we're doing this. Okay, I guess we're doing this.
Enough, this is pointless. I'm dead to the Legion either way, I'll tell you what I know.
Uh.
But you should know that Caesar has always kept his own counsel. He never reveals anything that would make him vulnerable. My knowledge will not prevent the inevitable. This camp will be ash within months. Maybe weeks. Leave me all you like, but it won't make my information any more useful. You can take what I have or leave it. Something is wrong with Caesar. Something he is attempting to hide from his men. But it was obvious before we set out on this last mission. For 3 days we awaited his order to dispatch us. 3 days. But he hid in his tent, refusing to give orders, complaining of headaches. He looks different now than he used to. His face is sunken, sickly. But any questioning of his health enrages him. There is one other thing that may interest you. I know the Caesar has planted a spy here. Every night, details of NCR troop movements are broadcast from a radio on this base to Caesar's camp. The spy has been here a long time, since before the entire conflict began. He's an officer. If I knew who he was, I would tell you. If I escape and he's alive to report it, the Legion would hunt me down. But like I said, none of this information will change the outcome for you. No force can hold back the tide of the Legion.
Oh, is that so hard?
Get away from me.
Piece of shit. Okay, so where's what's-her-face now?
Hey, welcome aboard.
Alright, well, I'm gonna stop here.